Hello everybody, Danny G here with the second video of the weekend. As promised, I was going to do swordcraft, but I'm actually going to do a little bit of knife craft, right? I'm going to start this shit slow because with these things, yeah, you can nick yourself. I've never done it personally, but you can nick yourself. Now these are just normal kitchen knives, yeah? I do have daggers, which I will be using when I take it into the back garden for step 2. This is just step 1. Now, obviously you can tell that with daggers, when they're in your hands, you can basically box with the fucking things, and as long as you know how to move your arms, you'll be fine, yeah? One's always going to be for blocking, one's always going to be for killing. If you've only got one dagger, then basically, in a knife fight, you would wrap something around your arm, so you can use this arm to block and this arm to kill. You can block with this and still kill, right? But, right, there are ways and means of doing it, right? Now I'm going to show you. First of all, before we do any of this stuff, right, I am going to take my fucking socks off, right? Because believe me, you do not want to be slipping. You don't want to be slipping. Because otherwise you'll juck yourself, yeah? Now, when I'm doing this outside, I'll have my trainers, but I'm quite manoeuvrable now, yeah? I ain't gonna slip nowhere, so I should be fine, yeah? Now, you wanna stretch. So, you've seen the swordcraft stretches, right? The eagle pose goes something like this. You've always wanted to see what it is. The eagle pose, the stretch for a sword fighter, goes like this. And you stretch and hold that position, yeah? For as long as you can. I can do it for a long time. I've been sword fighting for a long time. Then, you're just going to do some simple, loosen up your shoulders. Very important. Loosen your legs. Very important, because dagger fighting is fast and fucking furious. It ain't like using a sword. There ain't many techniques involved. It's just about trying to get that blade to his throat, his eye, his heart, his liver, his kidney, or inside his groin. Inside the groin here is your main artery. The motherfucker will bleed out in 3 seconds. Maybe 4. In 2 seconds he'll be on the floor trying to stem the blood. Trust me, it's done. So, step 2, with these, yeah, we'll be in the back garden and I will spin round and do some crazy stuff. But for now I want to show you step 1. So, first, you're going to start them this way. Yeah? You see a lot of people turn them this way, and it is good to turn this way if you know how to use them. But if you don't know how to use them and you start crossing your arms, you can stab yourself, and you don't want to do that, yeah? So you first start this way. First thing you want to learn is a low to high thrust. So it's going to be stomach to face. Start slow. So guard position with blades can be one of 2 ways. You can hold the blades in front of you, which I don't do. I prefer to have them close to my body. You can hold the blades in front of you so you can fluster before the attack comes, yeah? Or you can hold the blades close to your body, one close to your face to stop a direct attack, and the other one to parry. They're not too close to your face though. I'm not talking here, because then if you get hit, the blade can go into your face. I do use usually double blades, not a good thing. I'm just talking about here and here, yeah? Right? Or if you're really confident, you can actually move your arms. It's entirely up to you. But I would not be moving like this, right, with the blade, until you know what you're doing, alright? That is important, and I really do know what I'm doing. This is the thing that I first started with, then moved to straight sword, broadsword, samurai sword, bow, axe and mace. But it all started from here. So this is what I am most proficient in. Blades, right? So, low to high thrust. Delivered, bang, bang, that fast, right? It's not delivered. Now you're using daggers. You do not have to put power into this. It's not like when you're boxing. Right, trust me, if they're sharp, they're going to enter the flesh, yeah? So it's literally a jab and a jabbing motion, but very fast, right? Bam! Really fast. Hard to block both, unless you're very proficient. Better to try and move out the way, right? But, so, bam! Now, when you deliver the top one, right, you can deliver a cut to the throat or to the face. If they move the head, you'll catch them on the cheek. If they don't move the head, you will catch them on the throat. So, bang, bang, bang. That's all it is. You don't have to bring the blade here and go like that. You don't. You're going to change the angle of your attack. So you're going to come to the sternum. You're going to come to the side of the face to give you room to drag the blade. And you're just going to drag the blade. That's all you're going to do. So, that's it. Okay? Again. And that is it. That is it. Right? The next thing I'm going to show you is a block followed by a thrust. Right? It's very easy. You always block with your left hand. Right? This is the only time you would use the dagger this way. And it's to protect your forearm. Yeah? Because you are going to use your forearm with your weight behind the blade to block. Okay? You're not going to have no Ponzi thing here. If you're very strong, I could block from this position and force the blade down. Because I'm very strong. But for somebody who isn't so strong, you want that blade close to you. Right? For the blocking, you never want to use a double-sided blade. Always a single-sided blade. And you want it close to you. I would never truly block unless I found somebody that was more skilled than me. That's probably never going to happen. So at the end of the day, yeah, right? I would not block like this. I would not block. I'd have both blades this way and I'd just be attacking. I'd just chop a man to pieces. Yeah? But for people who are learning, you want to learn to block. The blade goes here. So, block to a thrust. Block to a thrust, okay? Block to a thrust. Right, you ready? So, I mean, you can use two blades in one hand. I was going to do it then, but no, that's the more advanced lesson. Yeah, right? So, block to a thrust. You're going to block out straight, and then if the blade gets pushed into your arm, it's not going to matter. Yeah? So, block, thrust. Okay? I'm not going to get you. Okay? High block, thrust. Low block, thrust. High block, thrust. Side block, thrust. It's always going to be followed with a thrust. Always. Always with a thrust from the gods of war! Always. So, remember what I've taught you? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, all of this, all of that, I will teach you in a future video. But that requires very good footwork, which is something that you're also going to have to learn, yeah? I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep liking.
Anyway,